All-Inclusive's Most Wanted.
No. That's right. You're going to jail. Where were you on the night of April 13th?
No inglés.
Hey, that's entrapment. April 13th hasn't even happened yet.
That's not my problem. He couldn't answer. He's guilty. No inglés. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Caging Greatness, the show where we talk about the movies of Nicolas Cage 47.365% of the time. Today is going to be in that 52%.
The average is plummeting every day.
Diner math, baby. Right every time.
Yeah, but I guarantee you have a 144 and a third chance of enjoying this episode. Because with me, as always, are my estimable co-hosts, JoJo.
I just got a quick message for the people. Suck my fuckos. I'm hyped up on Mountain Dew and you can't fucking stop me.
Yeah. And the Mountain Dew just explodes all over the mic. Oh my God, it's ruined.
It's another just pop fizz. Look at all the electronics just explode and we all die.
Oh, what a mess it is.
And to JoJo's right is, of course, Pat.
Hello there, it's Pimpernel Pat.
To Pat's right is Cannon.
Yeah, I'm here. So what's up? What's up?
Hey, if you're in the room, that's a great visual bit.
And of course, we have one of our common guests, but really just our co-host from Travolting Development here, Postman Frank.
Hello, this is Frank. I'm here for the Pimpos.
Love the high energy. And today we have a very special first ever guest.
Yeah.
Yay. Who was supposed to be on a show already, but things happen. It's fine. Today we have our wonderful friend, Emilio.
Hello, the Pipples. Yay. Hi. Hi. God, I got tired of hearing that.
You're all like, Emilio!
Yeah, I bet that must suck. I apologize.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Actually, I think I asked him that like the first time I met. I was like, hey, man, how often do people quote Night at the Roxbury to you? All the fucking
time, yes.
But yeah, we've wanted to get him on the show for a while. He's going to be on the next the impression game if I have to drag him in myself. But, it is a special night tonight because he had a physical copy of a movie we all wanted to see, especially since there are action figures coming out soon. Yes. Today we watched the 1981 classic Zorro the Gay Blade. It was a good time.
Oh, yes.
Yay. All right. Thanks for listening.
Good night, everybody. We're so glad you can join us today.
Thank you. Yes.
Shortest episode ever.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite.
We watched a movie, and there's that.
So let's do the, I'm going to say normal thing, but fuck, nothing we do is normal. It's always chaos.
What is normal?
The thing we do regularly, we're going to go around the room giving our star ratings and our thoughts on Zorro the Gay Blade, starring George Hamilton looking youthful and vibrant. It was
weird, right?
It was off-putting. I didn't like it.
There's some people I'm just not used to not being old.
Right? So, JoJo, what do you think?
I feel attacked.
That was not a targeted response.
You can't get mad at the old jokes if you keep making the old jokes.
There's only I could do that. As he points to himself.
That's ageist of you. I thought this movie was pretty funny. It was pretty fun. I don't know what else to say. It was just, Zorro being Zorro. And then there's gay Zorro, which turns out gay Zorro is best Zorro.
Yeah.
100%.
And I'm going to give it a total of 3 out of 5.
Pat.
Yes, hello. Once again, this movie showing that the queer folks from real, they hold it down and they get it done. But this is my first time seeing it, and it was a lot of fun. It was like really funny. It really reminded me of like a Mel Brooks kind of comedy, like very gag heavy. So like very that. It was a hoot and a holler. I really enjoyed myself. 3.5 out of 5.
Nice. Cannon, you were eager to watch this.
I was, yeah. I mean, yes, I have been chomping at the bit to watch it for a while because I had actually mentioned this movie to some people at work about a month ago, just out of the blue. And then a few weeks later, I see the figures are coming out. And then Emilio does a post online where he's watching the movie. I was like, what? I've haven't seen this since I was a kid. I want to watch it. It's not streaming anywhere, but Emilio has the physical copy. And it's because of him that we were able to see it tonight. No subtitles, though. Why does this keep happening to us?
That does happen a lot. No, it's funny about the post. As soon as I saw that, I immediately texted like, "Hey, Cannon wants to borrow that movie." Yeah, I know he hadn't asked you yet because you just posted this, but Cannon wants to borrow that movie. I'm just letting you know, just so you're aware.
I was all good with that because I knew where you guys live. So yeah.
Oh fuck!
But yeah,
Who are you people?
it's like I actually, even as a kid, like really enjoyed this movie. This might actually be the movie that got me into Zorro in the first place. So I mean, then like I really don't know which came first, the Mask of Zorro or the Gay Blade for me at least, but I know this one was out first, and I did enjoy it then, and I really had a great time this go around. Just years later, I was saying off the pod, I wish I remembered exactly when I saw it last, but I know I was a kid. But I thought this movie was a blast. I'm gonna give it 3.5.
Nice. Now we'll bring it over to Frank as the most normal guest.
Normal being
Well, regular,
relative.
like you're here a lot.
Yeah.
You were here last week, so it's fine. Like you're always it's fine. What'd you think? Frank?
Okay. Well, like Cannon, I saw Emilio's post about the action figures and immediately thought Zorro the Gay Blade. I love that movie. I haven't seen it since I saw it on TV probably like 3 years after it got out of the theaters in 84 or 85 when I was a teenager, because I'm old. But I was like, I remember loving this movie, and I almost right then and there went online to see where it was streaming, which is nowhere.
Yeah.
If you don't own a physical copy, you ain't watching this movie. And then the guys here said something about Emilio coming on, and I was like, I want in. I want to watch that movie. And Pat had, of course, invited me last episode. And so, totally in. Very excited to watch this movie. It was all as good as I remember. Lots of physical gags. Like I said earlier, it's very much a Mel Brooks-ish, kind of slapstick and tongue-in-cheek kind of humor. And the freaking costumes of Zorro the Gay Blade. Oh my God. Those were the most... Every one of us wants one of those costumes. If it was possible, we would all buy one of those costumes and go somewhere as each version of Zorro.
I agree with Ken. It's very possible. Let's all do
This
it.
isn't a joke.
I would 100% wear any one of those costumes, no matter which color. They were all fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved it then. I love it now. I'm going to give it 4.5 stars.
Nice. Real quick, Pat, make a note for the end of the show. A fun thing we're going to do. We're all going to decide which color Zorro we would want to be.
Nice.
Emilio, you love this movie since you own it.
Of course.
Yeah. But please, give us your star rating out of 5 and just briefly talk about how you love the movie.
Well, I knew about the movie because my uncle used to talk about it all the time when I was younger. Never got to watch it until I just happened to catch it on HBO one time. Loved it and tried to catch it again. Never could find it. And it wasn't until I moved in with my wife. She ended up getting a copy for me for Christmas, anniversary, birthday. I don't even remember what it was, but I owned it. I watched it to her, let her watch it with me, and she did not like it. But she has her sense of humor, and I'm, which is more British stuff. So, but I still loved it when I got it on the physical copy, and yeah, I've enjoyed it. To me, 4.5 stars for sure out of 5.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
Very nice. So this was my first time seeing it, and you guys know how I rate things.
No.
I don't rate by quote unquote quality. I rate it on how much I liked the experience. And looking at some of these letterbox ratings, I'm really sad because the hump is right there at 3 stars. And I feel like this is a much better than 3 stars movie. I'm huge into gag humor anyway. I love Mel Brooks. I love Airplane, the Airplane movies. I've talked about Brain Donors. Half of you have seen it. We still need to watch it because it's my favorite comedy. It's fucking hilarious. It's just It's just 90 minutes of gags. And this was a lot of that. It's just gags. I love gags. 4.5 stars. I fucking love this movie.
Hell,
I want the action figures. I want all the hats. 4.5 hats out of 5.
yes, the figures need to be added to the wall.
Yeah.
That has to become a reality.
Yeah, I'm gonna order those.
Oh,
figures.
yeah, those-
I'm gonna check on that first thing in the morning.
Definitely.
Is it just going to be the normal Zorro and the gold variant, or
Yeah.
are they going to do more?
From what I've seen, it's just the normal Zorro and the gold variant.
Man,
Yeah.
take all my money if they make all of them. I swear to God.
Well, they did the rainbow Batman packs from that the 60s issue where he the multicolored Batman. Fuck it, Rainbow Zorro. Let's do it.
I would pay the money for it,
I
for
would
sure.
too.
Yeah.
I would order all of them and then let you all pay me the money for it. That's how much I value your friendships.
Dick.
Jimmy really knows how to put a value on friendship, right?
So yeah, so since we usually skip around because linear time has no meaning when we're discussing movies, I'm just going to give a brief overview of the film and then let everyone just talk willy-nilly as they want, like we always do here on Caging Greatness. So the story begins with George Hamilton, who is the son of Don Diego de la Vega, who he gets called because his father's dead. His horse was startled by a turtle, which was then executed. Great gag.
The turtle that was executed.
Yes. So he shows back up to his family home just in time for his childhood friend to take over and become the evil bad guy. And so
The alcalde.
yes, he gets the Zorro suit delivered. And his dad left him notes like, "Hey, I was Zorro. Your turn." Essentially, I'm paraphrasing. But that's what he meant. I'm sure it was in Spanish.
Legacy.
Right. So he becomes Zorro, fucks up his ankle, and then all of a sudden his twin brother shows up, who is in the Navy and is quite gay.
British Navy.
British Navy, yes. And so George Hamilton 2 takes over as Zorro while George Hamilton 1 heals his ankle. And together they fall in love, or George Hamilton 1 falls in love with the nice lady who wants to lead the revolution, and they beat the bad guy, and everyone's happy. Hooray! Yay! Go watch the fucking movie. It's great.
Yes.
If you can find it,
If you can find it.
Good luck.
Hey, send us your address and we will mail Emilio's copy to you.
you gotta promise to return it, though. You have to promise. We're on the honor system here at Cajun
I
Greatness.
didn't
goddamn.
agree to this.
Library card in the back of the case. You just put your name on it.
And if you don't happen to return it, there are going to be severe fucking consequences.
I have a very
We will
particular
find
set of
you.
skills.
We'll add a Zorro the Gay Blade t-shirt to our merch store at tpublic.com/user/Cajun Greatness. You just buy that, and then the movie will be sent to you magically. I promise.
Does Warner Brothers own it by chance?
I don't know.
We better check before you go make it a fucking
I can see it
We're
now.
on
I can see it now.
WB's watch list and Washington.
No, I said
Right, we need to shout out our FBI agent because there was a period of 2 days where we got 700 listens out of Washington, D.C.
Shout out to Aiken Guggenheiser, your number one fan. Appreciate you, bud.
But I will say, I know we have invited them to come watch a wrestling event with us. Now, let's just test the waters first. Let's invite them over for a GCW event, because if you can't take us at our GCW, then you do not deserve us at our AEW, okay? That's just all I'm saying.
Okay, I will say that
No offense.
Zorro the Gay Blade is on eBay for $10.
Yeah.
Like a shitload of them.
Yeah, I looked when
is a
I
lot.
knew that was the only way to see it again. Until Emilio saved the day for the peoples. Yeah.
I'm not really sure if this is high on their priority list. We know, someone infringing our copyright, Zorro the Gay Blade. We can let it slide.
Question, Shimmy. Can you buy them in bulk?
Good news, they only come in bulk.
Well, I just
Hell yeah, I want a desk of Zorro the Gay Boy.
I do want to point out one thing as far as Shimmy goes, talking about eBay. Shimmy is single-handedly responsible for the increase in price of one very awful comic book. He can, from this podcast, very easily be the responsible party for increasing the value of Zorro the Gay Blade.
R.I.P. Tom Veitch. He actually died last week. The author of Superman at Earth's End.
Oh,
It's a
R.I.P.
shame.
I own that book unironically. I like the book.
I was going to say, you can go back and listen to the very first appearance of Superman at Earth's End way back in our first season when we had the comic book talk with Shimmy. Shimmy's first appearance on this show.
Yeah, that was my first appearance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's now worth $243 on the aftermarket.
That episode?
Sure is.
Holy shit! NFTs.
Hey, we do not
are stupid.
We don't endorse that kind of talk.
I know.
here.
That's why I finished it with "They are stupid."
It's gone up because there's rumors I'm going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Someone thought they saw me on the poster. I can't confirm or deny, but
There's a lot of faces on those little tiny pieces of glass.
I think I saw the alcalde in there. Yeah.
What if Zorro the Gay Blade shows up? Like George Hamilton 2 shows up? I'd watch the shit out of that.
Right?
They just have a horrible CG ghost of George Hamilton.
Is he dead?
I
think
George Hamilton's still alive.
think so.
I thought he died.
I might be
I'm
wrong.
going to have to
I don't
check
know.
now. We're checking.
Pause the podcast while everybody looks at their phone.
No, I'm
Pausing
trying.
shit.
That would be editing.
I am trying.
You don't
to
edit
figure
this
out-
show. What are
No,
you
he's
talking
still
about?
alive. He's 82.
Ooh, holy shit. That means he was 40 when this movie released.
Well, wow. I think all that excessive tanning has sort of like kept him in preservation.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's like
he's
how the
tanned.
Romans-
He's not only tanned. He's tanned
preserved.
hide, as in preserved
jerky.
like leather.
Yeah, it's like how the Romans used to bury their food in salt. Same deal.
I do think it's funny that even though George Hamilton is a white man playing a Spaniard, but the thing is, in the movie, he's a Spaniard of aristocratic descent, which means he wouldn't have been as tan as he was in the movie.
Well, there's a long and storied history of non-Hispanic men playing Zorro.
I mean, Zorro was made by a non-Hispanic man.
Yeah.
And there's a long-standing history of George Hamilton looking like a burnt hot dog.
He might be more tan than Antonio Banderas, honestly.
Possibly, yes.
Good chance that's true.
More tan.
Definitely more tan than Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah. Was he more tan
Oh,
than
God.
John Travolta in Gotti in the nightclub?
Ooh.
That's hard. That's
yeah,
tough.
that was...
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Is he more Spaniard than Sean Connery in Highlander?
That is
a good point.
point. Like just the scene on the boat where you have Christopher Lambert, we're like, and Sean Connery. Sean Connery's playing the Spaniard, and
What's
Lambert's
the
playing the
Scottish?
Scottish. Like, tell me about this haggis, for I know not of it. Well, it's like a sheep's stomach, you know. It's just the funniest goddamn thing.
fuckers are talking about Highlander right now? Are you shitting me? We're okay. All right. I am on the episode, and I will not stand for this any longer. No.
Frank, calm down.
No, Emilio, I appreciate you. I appreciate your loan for the episode, for the bit, but god damn it, you guys! For once in your fucking life, just talk about the movie you watched. Is it? So much I'm sorry, everybody. I'm going a little crazy.
I can't really top that.
Well, I'm hearing double for Franks.
I just want everyone to appreciate the post-production that goes into this. Cannon has to record his lines and Frank lines so that we can edit them in over top of each other.
Man, I swear that raises my blood pressure. Like doing like everything I do for you people. I swear.
It's for the peoples. Remember, the peoples.
peoples.
Yeah.
For the
Yes,
peoples.
all the 20 peoples who listen, do not be deceived.
The peoples.
The smell of the ship.
I don't know why. I thought you'd seen this movie before, Jim.
No, never have.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shame.
Well, usually you have seen everything.
I have
that's
seen a lot of
mentioned,
stuff, but
'cause,
there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen.
I think similar to me, you spent quite a bit of time watching anything that came out from the 80s to the 90s.
I spent a lot of time in Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who hasn't? Shit. Or whatever respective local video store that was around.
Movie
It
gallery.
was movie gallery for
Movie
me.
gallery.
Video shop in Grenada, I believe.
We bounced because my dad would we'd keep shit. So he was like, well, I owed $50 to Blockbuster. We're going to movie gallery. I only owe them 20. Thanks, Dad.
It's just tax evasion, but for different video rentals.
Speaking of that particular thing, I used to have a roommate, and she had a reputation of being someone who's never wrong about anything. If you ever argue with her, you're going to lose, no matter what it was. I saw her walk into Blockbuster and argue with the guy at the counter until they took the late fee off of her account for a movie that I knew was sitting on her coffee table.
So the moral of the story is if you just a big enough pill, and people will be just so annoyed, you'll just get away with anything.
Just skip
I
up.
mean, that does seem to be the way the world works.
Was the video Zorro the Gay Blade?
It was not. I don't know that she would have
Well,
watched
Frank,
it.
after
that
that
would've been a good
lecture
bit
of
if it
talking
was.
about the movie,
Yeah, God, Frank. Like, you want to talk about the movie?
Yeah, you were pissed earlier. What happened?
I'm not here.
Frank, do you even exist?
I'm just a figment of Cannon's imagination.
Frank is.
I've never been on the show.
It's just a psychic projection made by Canon.
This is Saint Elsewhere all over again.
Wait, we don't exist?
No, you guys exist. I don't.
No, Cannon's been fight clubbing this whole fucking thing.
I am the narrator.
Or what was it, that shitty John Carpenter movie, The Ward?
Yeah, The Ward. Yes, that was. I fucking hate that movie. God, I hate it. Why did I give him another chance after Ghosts of Mars? Fuck. God, why did you remind me? I watched that.
He's made some good
sorry.
things, though.
I mean, he's made some excellent things.
And then he made The Ward and Ghosts of Mars.
Well, he
and
made the
Vampires.
Yeah.
With James Woods.
Oh Lord.
Zorro the Gay Blade.
Zorro the Gay Blade.
Zorro the Gay Blade.
He made Zorro the Gay Blade too.
Oh, yeah.
What?
He made it right before
John Carpenter's Zorro the Gay Blade.
Wow, that would be really different. Like, he made it, like, in between Escape from New York and The Thing. So he had, like, 3 masterpieces back to back to back. Just like bam, bam, bam.
The only difference would be is that the big general guy Esteban would be played by Donald Pleasance.
I will.
That would be fun.
I will say.
And the soundtrack.
I don't think he could pull off the stuff that the
I don't
God, I can't remember that guy's name now.
The Alcalde?
The Alcalde.
Yeah.
Man.
Alcalde.
Something.
Oh my God! Every time he did that, I lost it. That was
The
so
guy
funny.
who directed Zorro the Gay Blade apparently also directed Species 2.
Oh God!
Interesting.
That's a stretch.
Interesting.
That's a drastic drop in quality. Fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying.
So T-shirt idea. You just draw Cannon doing the Alcalde scream. I think that'd be it. I mean that.
But like the scream, it's like the astral projection Doctor Strange thing, but it's just like Frank screaming like. Yeah, I've been sitting here racking my brain trying to figure out where I had seen Ron Leibman from. He played the captain. But I'm looking at the list, at least what's available to me on Letterboxd. I've seen nothing here but Zorro the Gay Blade. Apparently, he voiced something in a Rugrats.
He was an archer as well.
An archer?
Yeah,
That's a cartoon.
yeah,
Who the guy's Captain Esteban?
yeah. He was Jessica Walters' husband, actually.
I haven't seen Garden State. I definitely haven't seen Rhinestone with Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, that's a movie.
You don't remember Rhinestone?
I have not seen Rhinestone, no.
Huh.
That's another movie that's not
I
Zorro
just
the
love the-
fucking Gay Blade. Might as well talk about that one.
I just love the fucking poster of like Sylvester Stallone and like Dolly Parton just doing like the fucking Predator arm handshake.
Even Otto's pissed. Like, God damn.
Yeah, the only one of these
Is
I've
it- are
seen
you
is
on it?
Garden
Yeah.
State.
Garden State.
I don't know. I swear to God, I have seen him in things, but I cannot, for the
Yes.
life of me, remember any of them.
Wait. He may have been in a few episodes of Seinfeld.
That's it. Yeah, I've
It
seen him in
might have
TV.
He said he was on Sopranos too.
No, wait, it's not Seinfeld. I think at one point this guy played Rachel's dad in Friends.
Yeah, he was on Friends.
He was? Okay,
Oh
good.
yeah, I
I'm not going
remember.
crazy.
I remember that.
I knew I'd seen that dude's face before.
Let's talk about Friends. And
No,
how people-
no, for the love, no.
Do it.
No.
And I like that show. Weird. Fuck. Emilio,
Hi,
bring us back on track. What do you love the most about Zorro the Gay Blade?
the pipples. It was all about the
Yes,
pipples.
the pipples.
all the
Now
people.
let's talk about Paco,
Yes.
the mute servant
Yes.
that read all the letters to him. You know?
He was so good.
You know who played him? The same guy that played Barbara in Police Academy.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
the shy guy that got thrown in the river in the photo booth.
It's been like, God, 20-something years since I've seen Police Academy.
It was
You know
about
they
2
make
weeks for me.
comic Books?
No.
No.
I know
Yeah, they
the
make
police.
comics.
No.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
They
they're
made
very
toys.
cartoony. They're not good. But they've never made a Zorro the Gay Blade comic. They should have, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there are plenty of Zorro comics.
Yes, in fact, I got some in the shop today that included the first appearance of Lady Rawhide, which was the 90s attempt at the bad girl trend, but for Zorro. She's mostly naked.
Who would have thunk a 90s lady
What a shock.
superhero
Yes.
would be stripperific?
Right, because when I think of Southern California in the early 1900s, you know, I think of mostly naked women because it fits right in.
It was just so hot. There was just no air conditioning.
She also has bright red hair and like a white domino mask that, just like the George Hamilton mask, like you can clearly tell who the fuck that is, right?
I mean, granted, like Zorro's attempt at hiding identity, not the best. I mean, he graduated from a domino mask to just like a bandana over his eyes and head.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, that mask in this movie had that Clark Kent effect of you should know who the fuck that is the entire time.
Really?
There should be zero question.
I love that the drawing was not a domino mask, but it was like a bandana
Yeah, that was
over his
dumb.
mouth.
That
Yeah.
makes no sense.
We've got a wanted poster that looks absolutely nothing like the costume the character wears.
But it's enough to give plenty of suspicion to the guy that he thinks it is.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me put this handkerchief over your face, even though you've never been seen in public this way. No!
Esteban, I think this alcalde is getting to you.
You need to silencio, Emilio.
You know, I'm really concerned by like Cannon's multiple personality disorder. His head was already pretty full with Frank. Now he's got the alcalde in it.
See, everybody jump there. I'm locked
I want this to be I want this to be a recurring bit now. The alcalde just popping
No,
up.
this is a great
no
bit, but then we
reason.
have to live with this 24/7. Y'all need to go home, but he'll be good.
Well, I kind of think of it the same way I do with my sister and my nephew. I just get him really worked up and then I leave.
It's like 3:40 in the morning.
Oh gosh, Liz is gonna hate him.
Doing the captain.
Pat's just like,
Liz is going to come out of her room and punch Pat in the face. What have you done?
Done.
Like Cannon's alarm's gonna go off before everybody else's. Everyone's just sound asleep. All they're just gonna hear, and they're just like,
Like, he's just on the roof of the house. He's just,
it's like I'm the one who jumps off the roof and fucks up my ankle. Oh shit, can't go to work now. That sucks.
damn, if only you had like a really cool, handsome gay dude to replace you on your crimes.
now I'm just picturing Cannon like walking on the awnings outside the windows like a rooster in the morning as soon as the sun rises. Like you just hear like the gentle music, and then the sun rises, and Cannon goes,
No, we've already had rooster problems. We don't want that shit
Yeah,
again.
there is a rooster in the neighborhood.
Well, there was.
Yeah. There is a house like across the street that they have a fucking rooster, and the rooster is stupid because it only starts crowing at like 3 in the goddamn morning.
So it's actually a bit confused. It thinks it's an owl.
"What a dumb cock!"
I say had because I haven't heard that thing in months.
Oh, it might not longer exist.
Their new dog may have gotten hungry. I
Yeah,
don't know.
they got a rooster that with a more appropriate internal clock.
They were given just 11 secret herbs and spices for Christmas. Like, what are we gonna do with these?
Here's a hint.
It's like we have it's like, honey, I have a brand new recipe I'm going to try out. I hope you like coq au vin.
Do you know what wasn't in Zorro the Gay Blade? Roosters. There were no roosters.
No.
Didn't see
Well,
any.
there was a flaming cock.
Right. And a giant, terrifying dog.
Ah, yes, the Paco. So who of us would be Paco if we were to do the cosplay? Y'all gonna pick me, aren't you?
I mean, hell, it'd probably be me.
I think you can pull off the physical humor better.
Like the bear costume?
I mean, yeah.
Dog
the
slash
pouting.
beaver slash pig
That
slash
costume.
Yeah.
man bear pig Paco.
Bad costume.
It's a prototype of Barf from Spaceballs.
Right.
What are you doing, you guys? I'm super cereal. I'm gonna be Man Bear Pig.
I was the only part of that I was disappointed that the quote, bear costume didn't stick around longer for them to call him different animals.
That would have been a good
beaver,
Paco, Paco was born in the wrong era. In the wrong era. He would have been just like
He'd
on the
be
court,
happier
just shooting hoops all day. He's got hops.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He really does.
He'd be
Yeah.
happier than pig and shit.
Because for the listeners, there was one. If you haven't watched it, what are you doing listening to us? Go watch the movie.
I don't know.
They're struggling to find the movie,
They're
clearly.
definitely not getting an analysis of Zorro the gameplay.
Hey, look, the first hour is bullshit, and the last 30 minutes is the movie.
I gave the overview.
It's like
It's more than what we usually
we
get.
read the back of the fucking DVD case for you. Are you happy?
That was just angry Cannon. That wasn't even me.
No,
No pretense on that one.
Cannon's kind of grumpy today.
I'm fucking mad.
It's because he got what he wanted and I lent him the movie.
Yes. No, I'm not mad that I got to see the movie.
Well, that's good.
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed.
Oh, that's even worse.
I'm kidding.
I will say there was one little bit of camera framing I thought was very clever.
Well,
I know what shot it was you're talking about.
is it the one with the mirror?
Well, no, that was pretty cool too.
Because there were a bunch of scenes where there was both George Hamiltons. They were really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
one were you thinking of, though?
Well, the one I was thinking of was when Charlotte first came to town in her carriage. You see her in the foreground, but the windows of her carriage are blocked such a way that you see Paco and Diego in the background. I thought that was a pretty clever
That was
framing
cool.
there.
Like the camera in this, like the camera shots in this movie were really, really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I mean, for a silly little 1980s comedy, there was some genuinely good cinematography and framing, and honestly, it's even though it is a really gag heavy movie, it's kind of more of a straight ahead Zorro movie than I was expecting. Because I was kind of anticipating like a Mel Brooks type movie, like we said, it was just a lot of gags. And don't mistake me, there are a lot of gags, but it's still more closely to what you think of Zorro than what you would think.
The cinematographer for this movie also did Chinatown.
Wow.
He was nominated for an Academy Award for this.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
He also did Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I also want to point out,
And Scarface.
wow. Holy crap.
Pedigree.
And The Meteor Man.
Yeah. Only going up in quality, baby. Let's go.
Jesus.
He also did Cool World.
The Brad Pitt fuck cartoon movie.
not the Ralph Bakshi movie.
Yep.
God.
JoJo Dancer, Your Life is Calling. I have no idea what that is. I just wanted to say it.
Oh no.
Yeah. This dude, he did the original Bad News Bears.
That's a good flick.
Yeah.
He's quite a filmography on that one.
Yeah.
I got that reference.
Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Well, what I was going to say after Pat was talking, this movie, watching it now, it still holds up. I'm surprised because it's from '81, and it's still just as funny as it was back then to me. The gags and stuff were spot on still. It wasn't super dated.
Making Consuela take the coffin and put it in the corner.
That was so goddamn funny.
That poor old lady.
And also, I mean, considering that the movie is about the son of Zorro and his obviously gay brother, it was shockingly tasteful
Yeah.
Yeah.
for 1982.
Probably ahead of its time,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I remember watching it back, like in '84 when I saw it the first time. Going, I can't believe this is really on TV.
Because pardon the pun, they play it pretty straight.
I see what you did there.
I mean, I'm definitely sure there'll be a certain. It's definitely still to a certain type of taste because you still have a white dude pretending to be a Spaniard and they have this very camp gay performance, but as someone who can speak with a certain level of experience, I thought it was still a very fun movie.
Yeah. And those outfits, though, they were great.
Oh my God.
Immaculate.
No joke. The best Zorro outfits out there.
Right.
The hats, the variety. Oh my God!
I want those hats. I want all the hats.
So just watch our social media, and about 8 months when Halloween rolls around, there'll be 6 different Zorros, and it'll just be like Cannon just freaking out, yanking off people's masks. You're not him. You're not him.
And I'll be
While screaming the whole time.
I'll be in a bear costume. It'll be great.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's not going to just walk in and say, I'm here.
Sorry, my phone made a noise. My bad.
How dare you?
I'm the worst, I know.
If only there was someone who edited it, but alas.
No, that's fine. So, which of the costumes would we each want to wear?
I want the plum one.
Fuck off, God!
I'm going to say the blue. I'm partial to that one.
The blue was nice.
Yeah. The fringe on the hat, come on. That was good. But I mean, the red, I would have said the red one first, probably.
I'm gonna call the one that had the fucking rose on the hat.
Yeah, the red one. Yeah.
I think I'll take the red one. As a red man and myself, I do appreciate Escarlata.
I mean, I'll be Paco as the bear. But you know what? I would absolutely wear the bright gold one. I would do that all day. Just
Well, which one's
shiny.
left?
The classic Zorro.
The black one.
The fucking boring one. Great.
No, I said it.
No,
I'm gonna be Paco. You can
it's
have the
classic.
gold outfit.
I don't.
Or I'll wear the
elegant.
classic one. I look better in black. It hides my fat.
Same.
I don't think I look good in gold. I mean, belts. I look great in fucking belts. but
you have 38 of them,
how?
of course.
That's not accurate. I only got 5. Well, 6. One's 6. The 6th one's coming. I won that one in a raffle. God damn it! I earned that one. Yeah.
Yeah, which one? Which would you like?
Frank stole the one I wanted.
Well, how about this? We bring to life one we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Do the green like the avocado?
Yes.
Wasn't there a green one in this movie?
I think they mentioned it.
They,
but
they mentioned the avocado one.
Fuck it, I'll be the avocado one then. I forgot about that. Green's my favorite color anyway, so yeah. There you go. Even though the plum one looked fucking sick. The
Yes.
The plum one did look
That was my favorite.
sick.
It's like
Like I
that
said-
one and the rose one were probably my top 2.
Like honestly, you take the outfit of the plum one and then just make that hat plum too.
You can't go wrong with any of those hats, though.
That is very true.
What if you wanted to get a little Antonio Banderas-y with it, and you get a black Zorro costume, but that it has like roses up the side of the pants and on the mask, like with the thorns and whatnot? That might be a fun.
And the little tassels on the hat.
Yeah, well, you got to have the tassels,
Of course.
and then like one rose in the hat. That might be a fun look.
Yeah, one rose in the hat, one rose on each side of the pants, and the rose in the mouth.
That's right. That's perfect.
And then this is also our official pitch for Enter the Zorroverse.
Yes.
I mean, shit, make that a fucking comic. Make a sequel to The Gay Blade in comic form.
Yeah, that'd be fun. You know what? I thought of it. I can be Paco in the bear suit, and every time one of you walks in a room as Zorro, I will play the da-da-da on the guitar. I'll find some fun little mariachi tune and do that.
Oh, let's talk about Bunny's weapon of choice. It's not the sword; it is the whip.
I did think that was a really cool touch because like Zorro's iconic weapons is the rapier and the whip,
yeah.
and it's like choosing that each one would have a different weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that was a really nice touch, and at least 9 people died from that whip.
It was a great.
He just kept whipping. He kept whipping. It was just like
Spelled
he
out
has
his
to
full
be
name with
hitting
them.
somebody.
Because like classic Zorro, he's like carving the Z into the side of the wall, but then like Bunny is just like whipping the whole ass name into the wall, and it's just like 15 peasants getting like cuts and lashes and being like knocked across the room because it's like 10-foot whip is just cracking for 5
God.
minutes.
Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't go with that bit in this movie. It would have fit. I feel.
I like the little
Just-
touch
ow,
of
fuck.
the whip somehow making a circle. When
Yeah.
you wrote out Zorro, that
Yeah.
was fun.
You kind of made it like parentheses.
Yeah, 2
didn't you?
parentheses, but like making it actually curve.
I know a diamond.
Yeah, it's just it was fun. It was
Yeah.
a good touch.
Really, really good stuff. People getting whipped in the face.
Yep.
Metal.
And one funny bit when it's trying to get people to remember like the name of Zorro. Oh, Zorro's back, and this one dude just like does not know. He like carves a Z into a tree. He goes, "Do you recognize that?" He goes, "See, that's the number 2." It's like
No, it's a Z.
And then the first band that he hits, like, I'm new to the area. I don't understand.
Wow, he has an eye patch, and he
pulls it
lifts
up.
the eye patch where his eye is okay.
Oh yes, it's very nice.
It's very nice.
Oh, fun stuff.
Yeah, it's very gag heavy. Like it's very gag forward.
Like the middle fight scene between Zorro and with him.
Esteban,
Thank you.
Alcalde.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of the. Has everyone seen Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Yes.
Yes.
It reminded me a lot of the banquet scene where Cary Elwes fights off a bunch of knights. The same sort of thing. You know, it's like the shots were very similar. The gags were very similar. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
Like this would absolutely fit in the Mel Brooks wheelhouse.
And plus, like, Cary Elwes kind of already played Zorro in Princess Bride with the Dread Pirate Roberts.
That's right. That's right. Which I thought it would have been a fun gag. Like, I want to do like some huge multiverse type thing where Zorro's fighting somebody, and then all of a sudden Inigo Montoya and the excuse us as they fight through. Just a fun dumb gag like that. I thought that'd be fun.
Like Doctor Strange pops up in the basement. And is like, "As you wish."
God, if I could just own all the movies and then make all the crossovers, what a happy boy I would be.
Man,
That's why you have action figures.
That's why I have action figures.
Yes.
Very true.
you get to recreate the movies in your living room.
Except Todd McFarlane keeps making garbage.
Don't get me started on that. I still can't get over that Vicini that you showed me, man.
Oh, the
That-
Princess Bride McFarlane figures are terrible. Who's making the Zorro Gay Blade ones? I have to look that up. Is it McFarlane?
No, it is not
Oh,
McFarlane.
thank God.
Yeah, I don't remember the company that's putting those out.
I'll have to-
I'm going to look them up.
I would be interested to know what spawned that idea for them to do the Zorro gameplay. Is it?
For such a relatively obscure
Yeah,
property,
it is
and
very
like
obscure.
this movie like flopped
But they're-
pretty hard on release.
They're also coming out with the Antonio Banderas Zorro figures too, like Antonio Banderas and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Figures for those.
I mean, can I know like at least the first Antonio Banderas Zorro movie was pretty popular. I think that I know the second one was not as well received.
Yeah.
Although it is funny to think that we're kind of reaching kind of the end of the Zorro timeline here, because we have 81 Gay Zorro, then 1996 Mask of Zorro, then the last Zorro movie made is 2006's Legend of Zorro. That means there's going to be another Batman movie where Bruce Wayne's parents get killed to the 2006 Zorro movie.
I heard they were supposed to be doing another Zorro like for more recent times.
They've been trying to work on
Some.
them forever.
Well, I think the current rumor is that there's going to be a Disney Plus series of Zorro starring Wilmer Valderrama as.
oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay. And the figures are made by Boss Fight Studio.
Okay. Yeah, they look really good.
Yeah.
All right, so we've established that Zorro the Gay Blade was playing in the Joker film.
Yes.
Okay. Affleck is 49, which means that was in theaters. He would have been about 9 years old. So that's his Zorro movie. And we've established that Battinson was watching the Antonio Banderas Zorro movie. Now I have to look and see what other Batman were watching what Zorro.
Well, I know, I think my first exposure to Zorro was the 1950s TV series. They used to get. It was made by Disney. They would play reruns on midday on the Disney Channel, back in the early 90s.
I was about to say, my earliest memories of Zorro is Disney for some reason. Disney pops into my head.
Because
And then when talking about this movie, I was just like, that can't be Disney. There's no way Disney would do Zorro the Gay Blade. And then when he swore a couple of times in the movie, I was like, oh, that's for sure never associated with Disney in the least. But I guess it's like you said, there was like a TV show or maybe a serial that Disney put out.
Because there definitely was I think the Disney one was 1954 to 1959, and then the Family Channel, they did one in maybe sometime afterward. I think they were still black and white too.
Because I remember seeing one of those really old comic books where they have the adapted comic books from a TV show, and the picture on the comic book is the TV show, and then they have a comic book of whatever the character is on the inside.
Yeah.
I think Shimmy has a few of those from like the 60s or 50s.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But I remember seeing Zorro comics that way. That they would have a picture of like the Zorro cereal or movie or whatever it was, and Zorro on the inside.
I have seen some of the newer Zorro books, like where he goes to the. I almost said Land Before Time. That's not right. Yeah, Zorro and Littlefoot, they team up to stop those darn Spanish army. No, it was the Land that Time Forgot.
Yeah.
And then the one where he fought an evil undead luchador on a ghost ship.
Yeah, that was fun. Those followed the ones where he fought demons.
Yeah. They put a little supernatural zhuzh on Zorro.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Keaton is 70, so he probably just would have done a rewatch of Mark of Zorro, because Mark was in 1940. Christian Bale would also have seen this one. How Val Kilmer...
But it was established that there was a play they were seeing.
There were plays of Zorro.
Val Kilmer 62. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not inconceivable that if we get a new Zorro, that means 20 years later we get a new Batman.
Every new Zorro Zorro produces Batman. I mean, and
makes sense.
It's part of his backstory, so it spawns a Batman.
in like a literal sense and in a figurative sense, because like Zorro is one of the first fictional characters to have like a dual identity, like a mass persona and then a civilian persona. I mean, like next to probably the Scarlet Pimpernel is one of the earliest versions of fiction of that sort of character idea.
Yeah, I think Pimpernel was essentially first, and then Zorro was 1919. The only one that would have been close to that would be the Shadow. Also, Christopher Nolan, kind of a coward for making it be a play where they were watching Mephistopheles instead of Zorro the Gay Blade and Batman Begins, but whatever.
Oh,
Whoa.
Shots fired.
lame.
Fake fan, Nolan.
Lame.
Whips cracking.
Yeah, cracking in hell.
Crack an egg on it.
So JoJo, what were some of your favorite bits from the movie?
Zorro.
Oh, shit. Like the. God, now that you put me on the spot, I can't think of any.
That part where he was Zorro.
That part where he was Zorro doing Zorro shit. Probably the like when he's just whipping his name into the wall and it just goes on for like at least 2 minutes before it cuts to him like writing out Zorro instead of just the Z.
That was one of the funniest parts of the joke. Is usually in this kind of movie you see the. And it's done, and he's sitting there just working his way through the whole name while the crowd is just kind of standing. The first they're like, "Yay!" and then like, "What's going on?" And he's just, he is as happy as he possibly can be.
Oh God, the biggest shit-eating grin.
I feel like it was a missed opportunity to make it have been in cursive.
But it was just fantastic. How that was like one of the joke of the thing is how long it went. It was just too funny.
A smaller bit I liked is when Captain Esteban is just like his wits in and he barges into Diego's penthouse. He's just like going off and like you see Diego like swipe at a candle, and then later he goes over and picks up the part that he sliced off and then lights his like cigar with it.
That was rad.
It was like, it seems you've missed in your old age. Yeah, right as always, and he just grabs it.
And then sets it back on the candle.
I liked the first time Esteban barged into his room right after he had fallen and fucked up his ankle, and so he's laying in bed, his foot swollen. He's like, Diego, please get up, run with me, now run in place, run, dance, walk manly, and you just see the pain on George Hamilton's face. And then he stabs through the box where Esteban's wife is hiding, and then you see the more pain on Hamilton's face. Like, oh no.
And I will say Esteban's wife was pretty fucking funny, especially like at the end where he's like, "I know you wouldn't desert me," and she's like, "Bitch, fuck you, bye."
And she also had a really good bit. It's when they were trying to get the necklace from her.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and damn it, this happened in fucking Gotti. Like, just like, she, in like mid scream, just an awkward cut. She's like, "Well, what are you doing?" cut. It's just hard cut in the middle of a scream. It's just good shit.
If
I
you
don't
want
know
to make
why.
people laugh, just cut the camera away when they're in the middle of screaming.
Like, it's just funny for no apparent reason.
Yeah, just solid comedic timing.
So also, George Hamilton's in Drag in the movie too.
That did happen. And of course, in classic Bugs Bunny fashion, Esteban immediately fell in love with him. It was just a Bugs Bunny gag. It was great.
Totally, 100%.
Oh yeah.
And George Hamilton sitting there thinking about Esteban's behind him, and like George Hamilton 1, George Hamilton 2 is in the bathroom with Esteban's wife trying to get the necklace, and Hamilton's just looking out like, oh, that crazy brother of mine, and Esteban goes, she's a goddess. He's like, what the fuck? Poor fellow was deceived.
Yes.
CV.
Speaking of recurring bits, Cannon keeps doing this, but we haven't mentioned it at all. The freaking Esteban and his just random ass fucking screaming.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've just been acting like my normal self.
I lost it every
time.
Every time he did that. That is so goddamn funny. And I remember that from watching this movie 30 years ago.
God, it's like
that is what I remember. Him with his arms held up at full pitch. Ah! Yeah, it was just, oh my God. It cracks me up every time he did that.
Like the more this movie played on, the more it just came back to me. I was like, God, I have not seen this movie in literal years, but I still remember every frame. It's insane to me.
See, there's one bit regarding that where he like his henchman with the eye patch is like, he's describing this fancy dandy of a hero who's like taking care of everything, and like more and more of the captains, like men are like, hey, this one came in, he's wearing blue, he's wearing green, and then like he just keeps running back and forth, and he's just screaming, and the pitch is getting higher and higher as he does.
What was he wearing?
I think my favorite Esteban bit was a more subtle gag for him, whereas the second costume party, his henchman's dressed up like a Spartan or Roman warrior. And he walks up, and then Esteban comes down dressed as Henry VIII, this full, like, giant fake gun.
Glorious.
Resplendent. And he looks at his henchman and goes, you look ridiculous.
And another one bit is because like Zorro pulls a trick where like he invites all the men to the second party dressed as Zorro. And Esteban's like going to each person, like pulling off the mask. And it's just like his cabinet men. He pulls off. No, it's you. No, it's not. Oh, it's you. No, he gets the one. I know it's not you. He just goes to the next one.
This is not Zorro.
God. It's like going back to when they were talking about like the different colored outfits that his buddies saw. Like, oh, dude, we got a plum, a banana, not avocado.
So 2 fruits and a vegetable.
Well, technically avocado.
It's also a fruit. 2 fruits and a vegetable, yes.
How it rolls.
It's a lot of really good gags.
Oh yeah.
You know what gag it didn't have?
I didn't hear a single fart.
That's true, yeah.
You know what? It would have been a 5 if someone just ripped their ass wide open. In this.
I might have bumped it up to a 4 if somebody just a big old sprucing and a goosing just all over the place.
I'm disappointed in all of you for your ratings.
Zorro.
What?
Why do you hate our ratings?
It's at least a 4. Come on.
Why did you say all? I gave it a 4 or 5.
I gave it a 4.5, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, what's the good side over here?
Yeah, they're gonna say we're
The
old.
good side.
Yeah, you guys over there.
You are contributing to the not talking about the movie.
You guys over there are just haters.
Oh my God.
Cannon,
I'm a
really
hater of
worried about
something.
Why do you
right
hate
now.
things that are good?
Cannon, I'm concerned. You're arguing with yourself now, and it's really.
And you're answering.
You have no idea
anyway.
how real that is.
We're coming up on our commercial break time or our ending time. I don't know. What are we feeling?
Probably our ending time.
Okay.
Like, what more is there to say about a movie that we haven't talked about? Oh, we've talked about it. I kid.
Well, you know what else we can say about it?
What's that? Silence! You can't rent this because it's not available. You're going to have to fight the hordes of people who are going to buy it on eBay because of us now.
That's right. We are going to be responsible for the price of this DVD going up, up, up.
Let me
Now it's gonna be
buy the
$15.
cheapest one right now.
Okay, but for real though, it's a really if you like gag heavy films, this is a good one. it's worth the $10. That's like $3 more than you would rent it from on Amazon. Like $5 less than if you wanted to buy it on Amazon. So buy the DVD.
Send Emilio a text. Borrow it from him.
Yay.
Do that. Yeah, just like
You need his number? Okay. No, I'm kidding.
We're not going to dox Emilio on the show.
Our FBI
Yeah, stay tuned after the credits for that.
Zorro the Gay Blade. Could you ship it to DC for us?
Yeah, sure.
Like John Hugendauser really wants to see this movie. It'd be a great idea for a YA novel, Sisterhood of the Traveling DVD.
Or we just get our own buddy comedy with Special Agent Hugendauser. He comes and watches wrestling with us. We have him on the podcast. It'd be great.
It's like no, but his fucking like wire will cause interference with our microphones.
I mean, we can work around that.
It's like we're already doing the recording, man. You don't have to do that. Just turn that shit off.
As he like reaches under his shirt and like yanks off the recording, like his hair comes with it.
His arc reactor. No.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up by saying go watch the movie.
Yeah.
So, everyone who's not Emilio, you know how we do this. Emilio, we'll get to you.
Yay.
Jojo, where can the people find you on the internets?
Well, they can find me on the Twitters at JONIBOI24 and on 12 on Letterboxd.
This is Patrick. Thank you all for listening. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at John Lost His Name. And if you listen to the week, it comes out on Monday, February 28th. We release episode 252 of the Arbitrary Podcast, the finale of our month of games, where we play a game of Cannon's own devising, that cameo game where we try to guess how much celebrities and other internet weirdos charge for personalized video messages.
And it was so fun.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh fuck!
He was
I
basking
didn't know
in
you
his
were doing it. I'm
glory.
sorry. I've been that Cannon guy. You can follow me at that Cannon guy on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Goodreads, and you know what? I'm throwing my fucking hat in the ring in some TikToks here lately. So go follow me there too. I'm going to be the Daniel Day-Lewis of TikToks. I'm going to make one and wait like 6 weeks and then make another, and they're going to be fantastic, I tell you.
I meant to make one before we started for the podcast. It was on my list of shit to do.
Because, by the way, we still have a TikTok for Cage Great. We haven't used it for like a year.
Yeah.
I forgot. Follow Cage of Greatness on TikTok.
Hey, well, now that Can's back on the TikTok train, maybe you could be in charge of our TikTok division.
You know what? Maybe.
You see, that would be great. Except that one's tied to my Apple ID.
Well, uninstall it.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, you better find out.
We'll get on it.
We'll work out the kinks.
Yeah, it's fine. Emilio, where can the people find you on the internet?
Well, if y'all want to see toy photography, Instagram at SuperChico80.
That is Super Chico 80.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
Well, Frank?
Once again, it's kind of a boring follow, but you can follow me on Swarley1145 on Instagram. I did post a couple of things, including a very adorable picture of my furry potato, Farkle.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
That's great.
It's
that
an
Canon
actual
guy.
potato, though. Like, that he's named Farkle.
Right.
We can't tell Frank it's actually is a potato. It's just a potato.
I thought he knew. I thought it was just a joke.
I mean, we gotta let the audience know.
Hey, Frank, you know it's a potato, right?
Clearly, the main personality knows we can't let Cannon tell himself that he's got a potato that he thinks is a dog.
Hey, it's actually just a dog.
It's all part of my plan.
It's actually a dog.
Okay.
Farkle's great. It's a real dog.
No, Farkle's sweet. He headbutted a kid once. It was hilarious.
And he headbutt
No, he's
JoJo
headbutted more than one kid. That's just the one you saw.
No, that was what was that fucking dog?
Peaches.
Peaches. It was that fucking Peaches. Peaches, more like bitches.
I mean, you're not wrong there. It's a dog. And Peaches.
And I, of course, host Shimmy. You can follow me at Captain Shimmy's Kind of Art, Captain Shimmy's Almost Music, Captain Shimmy's Toy Box. You can follow the podcast on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or TikTok. We'll use that again soon, for sure. You guys help me remember. because I don't think of shit.
Hell, I forgot.
Yeah.
like,
like I prepped it yesterday, right? Like I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna use this some more, and then we did. But you can follow us on there. We're getting hella views for like a nothing thing from 2 years ago because TikTok's algorithm is fucked.
Yeah.
You can also check out our merch store at tpublic.com/user/caging-greatness. We have a lot of great designs that have been there forever. Now we'll add something new soon. Like life has been hard, like it's busy. Sorry, we're not catering to your every merchandise need. Fuck.
Hey, this is a capitalist hellstate. That means you have to work through your feelings of ennui by making stuff ad nauseum.
Fine, I'll get on it. God. Just fucking task.
You don't have time to feel bad when you're making things.
No, I just feel bad while I make the thing.
But you don't know why you feel bad, and you're just like, you know what? Maybe if I just work through it, I won't feel as bad.
I've read Marx. I know what I'm experiencing.
I am trying to outwork my sad feelings, but then I just have sad dreams, okay? So, like, it's tough. Things are tough, bruh.
You know what a solution for that is, right?
What?
No more sadness! I just...
no sleep till Brooklyn!
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening to whatever the fuck this was. It was fun.
It was fun.
Go watch Zorro the Gameplay.
We also would like to issue a vocal apology to Spanish California in the 1800s. Sorry, folks.
Yeah. Anyway,
Canceled.
we're all canceled now, except Emilio.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I may have brought this show down.
No, absolutely not. I'm glad you were here. I can't wait for you to come back.
Yay!
Yeah, we need to do the impression game soon because he's got some weird, like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart sound really good. You got to show him
Thank
after
you.
the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, thank you for listening. We'll see you next week, I guess, from outside your window.
Shing, shing, shing.
Vagina boob.
I just carved a Z into the microphone.
It looks like a 2.
Fuck off!